Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now in this video we will draw the image which is visible on your screen. So obviously this is a circular image, so we do not have to worry about a lot of things. So all the circles, they are starting from this central point. So first we are going to create the circle of diameter 75 mm. Then we can create an offset of 2.5 mm, or we can create another circle of diameter 80 millimeters. Now after that we are going to draw this particular circle which is of radius 15.5 millimeters. Now once we are done with that, basically we will create this outer circle of radius 63.4, and later on we will move 50.5 units from the center upwards, and then we are going to draw these two lines so that this cutting of this chamfer can be provided. So without further delay, let's move to the AutoCAD screen and let's see how to draw this. So we are going to start with the outermost circle first. So let's innermost circle first. So use center and diameter, and I am specifying center as usual as origin. Now we will shift the drawing at the center. Now what's the diameter of inner circle? It's 75 millimeters. Now I'm going to repeat the same command. I'm going to start from the inner circle itself and then specify the diameter as 80 units. So basically inner two circles are created. The next thing that we are going to do is we will create another circle of radius 67 units. So use circle, center and radius. Now specify the center as origin, and then radius for this one is 67. Press enter. After that, another circle of radius 63.4, we need that. So let's draw another circle starting from this particular center, and this time the radius is 63.4 units, and press enter. So we have created these two circles. Now this one basically we need to change its color because this is in form of hidden lines. So we can create hidden lines as well, and rather than creating hidden line, I would prefer to change its color to a little bit subtle one. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start a line. Select line command, start from the center and then move vertically upwards. Now so basically I'll specify the angle as 90 degree, and then I'm going to draw this till this particular point, and it's done. Now the next thing that I need to do is basically I need to create a circle of radius 15.5 units. So let's draw a circle of radius 15.5 units starting from this particular point. So let's specify radius as 15.5, and it's done. Now after that, what we are going to do, I'm going to delete this particular line. Okay. Now after deleting, I'm going to draw a line of 50.5 units starting from the center of all of these circles. So specify the center point as 0,0. Then press @. Now dimension is 50.5 and angle is 90 degree. So just take a look. It's a little bit. Okay, we have made a mistake here. The mistake is basically center of this circle is not the outer boundary, it should be the inner boundary. So let's draw another line here starting from this particular point. Now these lines, they are overlapping, but no issues at all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of deleting anything, I'm going to move this circle. So select the circle. Now specify the base point. Basically we need to move the circle. So specify base point as this point and move it here. Now it's done. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete the older line. After that, select another line and select line, start from this particular point, and the angle that we need to draw is the 50 degree angle from the center. So instead of center, basically we can provide the angle as 40 degree here, and it's done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the non-required portion. So simply trim this particular line, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. After that, I'm going to create a mirror image of this particular line. Press enter. Now specify the mirror line at 90 degree angle. Okay, so simply specify the angle as 90, and it's done. Now we do not want to erase the source object, so press no, and trim the non-required portion from here. And this is our circular portion that we needed earlier. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a polar array. Now these lines also we don't need, so simply remove them so that we can get the required shape. Now this line is also not needed, so I can either delete this line or I can use the trim command. Press escape, select this line, then select these corners, and after that create a polar array. So click on polar array. So we need to specify the center point. So center point is obviously your 0, 0, that is origin. Now how many of these circular portion do we need? So we need 10 of them. So instead of 6 items, just write 10 and then press enter, and you will see that our drawing is taking shape now. So click close array, and then you will see that these array has taken the required shape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the non-required portion. So simply trim these sections like this, and then we will create the shorter circles that are between these two lines. But in order to create those circles, what do we need? We need another circle that touches all of them. So I'm going to use this method 10, 10, 10. So tangent to this, tangent to this, and tangent to this. So that's how we can create another circle. Now this is not our mainstream drawing, so I'm going to change its color. So change its color to green, which we have used earlier, and then press OK. Now after that, what do we need is basically I need a circle that is basically at this particular point. Now how do we specify this circle? So basically we don't need to do anything. We simply need to join these two centers. Center of this particular arc, just start from this particular line and then click OK. After that, repeat the same command, repeat line command, then start from this particular point and then join this one. Now what do we need? We need a circle that is basically passing through this particular point. So how to do that? So we can do one thing. We can join these two tangent points, this one and this one, and you will easily find out the center of this particular line. So select the line. Now specify the starting point as origin. Repeat line command. Specify this point as the starting point and take a look. Simply join a line that passes through the midpoint of this particular line. So we just need to join with the midpoint and then click close. Now instead of trim, use extend command and you will see that you have found the center point of the smaller circle. Now what's the radius of smaller circle? So radius is 4 units. Actually diameter is given, so we are going to use center and diameter. Specify this point as the center point and diameter is 8 units and press enter. Now we will remove all the non-required lines from here. Simply press delete, then delete this one as well. Now this basically we need to repeat 5 times. So click on this, click on polar array, then specify the center as origin, press enter, and instead of 6 change this to 5, and you will see that all of these lines, they have come into the actual view. So click on close array. Now we will remove the non-required portion again. So instead of removing, I'm going to shift them to a new layer so that we can use them for dimensions. So I'm writing name of layer as dimensions. Now in this one, I'm going to create new dimensions here. So hold on for a moment and let me create the new dimension layer. Now color I'm changing to red. Click OK. Now layer is created now. So we need to move this and this to dimensions layer. Then just make it disappear. So this is our drawing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a hatch. Instead of pattern, I'm going to use a solid color and not white. So simply click inside it and then close hatch creation. Basically we have created the outer layer. Now for the inner one, just change this color from blue to take it green or whatever. So simply click here. Now you will see that our drawing is created now. Okay, so just make the dimension layer appear again, and you can specify the dimensions by using, mostly all of them are radiuses. So use radius for this particular circle, done. Then repeat dim radius for, basically this is another arc. So hatch is being selected. So let's remove that hatch, or simply provide radius to this one, dim radius to outer circle. Now hatch is interfering a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the hatch first and then I'll place all the dimensions. So select this one, done. Repeat dim radius, specify dimension of this one, done. Repeat dim radius, specify the dimension of this one, and it's done. Is there any other dimension that we need? Yes, there is one more. So specify the radius of this one, specify the radius of this one, and I hope all the dimensions, all the linear dimensions, they are done. Now after that, another thing that we need is we need one linear dimension starting from this origin point till the center, or basically the point joining these two lines. So let's select it here. Now the angle, it should be, okay, the angle is remaining same. Let's select dim linear. Now we need this line and we need this line. So this is the point. Okay, so 50.06, I'm going to specify it here. Go to annotation, change from this standard, we are going to change all of these dimensions. Select all, select similar, and change this annotation to standard, and you will see that the text size has reduced by a very significant number. So increase the text size. Now instead of this 0, simply press 4. Now arrow size, we are also going to increase that. So use an arrow size of 4 units. We close and take a look. Okay, dimensions are visible. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to reduce the precision. Now all of our dimensions, they are basically we don't need them in 0.000 format, we can work with the actual values like this one. Now one or two dimensions are there that need one more decimal, so let's make it 0.0 and click OK and click close. So you'll see that these radiuses and these values, they are covered. So let's move it a little bit, and all our dimensions, they are okay now. So the next thing that is remaining is simply move all of them to dimensions layer, and you will see that all these values, they are shifted to dimensions. Now turn off the dimension layer, shift to 0 layer, and then use the same hatch command and fill your values or your drawing with a specific color, then click close. After that, select hatch again, choose a little darker color, click inside this one, and then close hatch creation. So these drawings are created. Close it and just provide the dimensions layer, and that's it. So our drawing is complete. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much and have a nice day.